A gardening exclusive, we take a look at the most delicate flower of the autumn. It's called the Oregon Third Down Defensia.
And our movie reviewer goes on the set of the new Star Wars movie, Tennessee versus Florida. These aren't the points you're looking for.
It's time to wake up, college football! All right, week 6 in the books, and it was far too crazy for formalities. So, Ryan Nanny, let's just open up with happiness in Oxford.
Yeah.
Ole Miss takes it, goalpost, making its way around town.
Missing person. If you've seen this goalpost, please let us know.
All over, police cars, parties, bars.
Homes.
We know 2 people that did not take the goalpost,
these
though.
are the 2 people I feel most confident.
Just making it on the field.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
That's
Oxford.
going to be a weird story to tell a baby one day. But
Yeah, it's a great place to conceive.
That's cool.
I'm told. All right, let's get into the action. The most awesome thing of the weekend of week 6 to you.
Let's stay right in Oxford.
Do it.
Dr. Bo Wallace.
Dr. Bo!
Operating, cutting things up, taking organs out that didn't need to be there in the first place.
Not even close.
He was great. He had like a very pedestrian first half.
Yes.
Turned it totally around in the second half. 3 touchdowns, most of his
Which is
yardage.
almost the story of his season as a whole.
Absolutely. And I don't think anybody, like, look at this game-winning touchdown pass. This is Bo Manning.
That's a rhythm.
That's not a Bo Wallace pass.
He wrong foots the Alabama defensive back. It is all there for Dr. Bo.
Cooper's out of the will. Bo's in.
Bo is in.
Bo is in. Yeah.
right.
What about you?
I'm going to go other side of the ball just because there were many huge upsets, but Oklahoma upset on the road by TCU. TCU's defense was fantastic, especially they just got stronger over the course of the game. They allowed a big drive to open up the second half for a touchdown, and after that,
nothing. And it was so key that they did that because TCU's offense, pretty good in the first half, kept them in that game. And other than their own first half,
they needed a defensive touchdown. They screwed up on special teams.
Yeah,
but
they really needed them at the end of the game.
That defense was so good, built specifically for that Oklahoma offense. Trevor Knight, pedestrian. Samaje Perine, pedestrian.
I knew you were going to do it.
It took me 10 hours to craft that joke, I'm proud of it.
I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
There's too much awesome.
Give me
We
some
need
bonus.
more awesome.
Give me some
bonus
nuggets.
awesome. Here we go.
Do it.
Auburn just shut down LSU.
Oh my God.
They were great on offense, but the defense, LSU held to 0 third down conversions
This many.
out of 13.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Not probably ideal for winning a game on the road.
So Auburn just looks like they're
Defense looked
clicking
good.
on all cylinders
Offense looked great. Nick Marshall through the air.
Yeah.
2 runners over 100 yards. Unbelievable. It's just part of the story for the SEC West.
Yes.
My bonus nugget, Melvin Gordon, Wisconsin. He deserves
Poor
so much
Melgore,
better.
yeah.
He's such a nice guy. He deserves so much more than the Wisconsin offense. All right. Unexpected. Huge week of things that we did not see coming. To you, what was something that still stands out as a surprise?
So to me, the book on Stanford's offense coming into this week was they can move the ball pretty well once they get into the red zone.
Between the 30s.
Yeah, once they get into the red zone, things get dicey.
Right.
Notre Dame's defense really hadn't played anybody of note.
Right.
Sorry, Michigan.
Yeah, and had questions in the secondary themselves.
exactly.
That you look with Ty Montgomery, Devin Kajus.
And they totally shut down Stanford. Barely got 200 yards.
It's embarrassing.
Ran for 1.5 yards a carry. You can't put it on Kevin Hogan. Like,
No,
that's
you
a
can't.
bad plan.
That's a blue chip offensive line that was not able to move Notre Dame at all.
Very surprising.
That, especially given what they've done in recent years. Yeah. To me, this is the Stanford answer is part of a broader thing. Obviously, Thursday night, Oregon going down to Arizona.
You okay?
I'm okay because I watched that game. They did not deserve to win that game
Fair.
or
That's
games
totally
like
fair.
that. Their offensive line is still very beat up. Mariota did not look completely there, both mentally, physically, whatever the case. The defense spiritually was not there. The defense, especially in big moments. You had the bowing penalty from Tony Washington. The refereeing was terrible, but it went both ways. Broader picture. Pac-12?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Rich Rod, baby.
Rich Rod is the surest thing. Arizona's the surest thing in the Pac-12 right now. You have the Arizona State Hail Mary against USC last night.
USC, at least those defenders got a great look at a great play.
You want to see my
Best
impression
seats on the
here's my
field.
impression of Hayes Pollard on the goal line. Huh? Utah closes out against UCLA. They survived 2 field goal attempts at the end.
UCLA could not pass block at all.
Nothing. Wazoo gets an epic, historic performance from Connor Halliday. They lose 60-59.
Jesus.
Here's the broader point about the Pac-12. It's not better than the SEC, especially the SEC West. But especially late night, it's the best show on TV. The Pac-12 in general is that you don't know what's going to happen. Awesome things will happen. You have personalities. Best show on TV.
Yeah, it's like Cinemax. Not a lot of plot, not a lot of character development, but it's gonna get sexy.
And there is defensive penetration.
Oh,
there is.
We're gonna have to.
I'll explain that to you later.
Nope, not okay.
Do you have a bonus?
Bonus. Unexpected.
Yeah.
We have a quarterback controversy in the SEC.
Good
East.
enunciation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Who is it?
I'm talking, of course, about Todd Gurley. 50-yard pass completion.
Look at this.
Best quarterback.
Did you know he was a lefty?
No.
How would we know he would be a lefty?
I honestly did.
Yeah.
Best quarterback on the Georgia roster.
Look at that rating.
I think it's a given.
Yeah,
Can't
obviously.
argue that. Best quarterback in the division. Name one better. Name one.
How dare you put me on the spot?
Can't do it.
How dare you?
Todd Gurley should get every all-SEC East position.
Okay.
Yeah.
As meaningful as that is.
Yep.
What to you, looking forward now, means the most from what happened on Saturday?
I'm going right back to Mississippi, baby.
Not a lot of people actually use that sentence.
Outside of court appearances.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Go back.
Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Taking it to Texas A&M. They're so good. They're so balanced on offense. We talk a lot about Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
He was great. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. But they have all kinds of weapons on the field, and they unleashed all of them.
And we did have questions
Texas
about their
A&M.
secondary, with especially how deep Texas A&M's receivers and how obviously talented Texas A&M is through the air.
And what they really did that impressed me in the air against A&M is that they limited the big pass plays.
Yes.
You're obviously going to give up yardage when you play that offense, as long as you're not getting beat for those 40, 50-yard passes and you're keeping everything, relatively intermediate, you're going to be okay.
And we saw Texas A&M succeed against South Carolina with sort of screens, yards after the catch.
Yeah.
Mississippi State took all of that away.
All of that was gone.
It was
Absolutely.
gone. All right, to me, Michigan State, Nebraska, the late game, I didn't think it was going to be a fantastic game through 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But what is meaningful to me at this point, because we assumed Michigan State was pretty much the class of the Big Ten, they're a 3-quarter team.
Yeah.
They are, you saw what they did against Oregon, you saw what they did against Nebraska. They combined for how many points in those fourth quarters?
10, 15.
0 points.
Oh,
0 points. They give up 3
Do I
through
get some
the
sort
third.
of parting gift?
I feel we have water bottles. Do you like koozies?
I love a koozie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they allow a ton of points in the fourth quarter after giving up 3 the entire game. A punt return touchdown. Tommy Armstrong can suddenly move the ball through the air. And really, they should have maybe lost that game. When you look at Tommy Armstrong's pass at the end, you had it wasn't a drop, but it hits a receiver's hands in the air.
It could have been
it was very
It could have
tough.
been much worse.
A miscommunication and a wide open secondary.
Yeah.
But man, that game was, not that Michigan State has anybody really before or after Ohio State.
Right.
Fraughtful. Is that a word?
It is now. Congratulations.
It was fraught with full.
I'm calling OED. You're
done.
in.
Okay, give me a bonus meaningful.
This is a sad meaningful, unfortunately. Can't all be great. BYU, another team that suffered an upset this weekend, but not for the reasons we saw in the other games.
Right.
Taysom Hill breaks his leg out for the season.
Yeah.
And he just is the BYU
Right, he's
offense.
that heartbeat.
And it's a shame to see, because it would have been fun to see an undefeated BYU right now have a great win over Virginia, have a adjective win over Cal.
I'll accept it.
And,
Another adjective win over Texas.
Yeah, I wouldn't even use that.
Oh, wow, you weren't even going there.
Not
Wow.
even adjective.
Yikes.
But it's just hard to see how they can suddenly steal a lot of thunder at this point with that one loss, and with Taysom Hill out for the rest of the year.
Totally true. I'm going to take your sort of sad note, and I'm going to spin it. I'm going to go a little bit whimsical and fun to end the show, because here is Jake Cotton, Nebraska offensive lineman, going down.
Yeah.
Just right on his tushy, as they say.
It's
right there.
It's like he was expecting a seat to be there.
Right.
And he just, somebody pulled it away.
He would be
mean prank.
He's terrible in the post playing basketball. Do not rely on him to back down anybody, because that's what I look like.
He's a natural shooting guard. Really.
That's obviously.
That's what it is.
That is the show. That's Ryan. My name is Dan. We will see you next week.